And in general, the most lecherous person I've ever known in my life.
I am not.
Not what?
I am not disorganized, for one thing.
And you're scared of the captain.
Well, I'm not scared of the captain.
Then why do you hide in the passageway every time you see him coming?
Well, I'm scared of what I might do to him.
Then what happened to your idea of plugging up the captain's sanitary system?
Oh, that.
And those marbles you were going to put in the captain's overhead so they'd roll around at night and keep him up.
Well, I've been collecting marbles. I got one right here in my pocket. I'm looking for marbles all day long.
Frank, you asked me what I thought of you. Well, the day you have the guts to put those marbles in the captain's overhead, then knock on his door and say, Captain, I put those marbles there, that's the day I'll look up to you as a man. Okay?
Okay.
Well, what's keeping Dolan with my letter? I'm going to find him.
Oh, Doug, wait. I wouldn't send him that letter if I were you.
You've got it. Now,
Me?
give it to me.
Oh.
So what's the idea?
Here. You can't send it that way. It's too strong. Well, you'll get transferred and get your head shot off. Now, tell him what you said to me last night, Doc, about how stupid he is.
Yes, Doc. Maybe you'd like to tell me to my face.
Yes, I would. You said anyone who doesn't want to fight is half alive. That's for the birds, Doug, for the birds. Whether you like it or not, this sorry old bucket does a necessary job. And you're the guy who keeps the lumbering along. You keep this crew working cargo, and more than that, you keep them alive. It might just be that right here on this bucket, you're deeper and more truly in this war than you ever would be anywhere else.
In a minute, you'll start quoting Emerson.
That is a lousy thing to say. What is it you want to be? A hero or something?
Hero? Doc, you haven't heard a word I've been saying. Look, Doc, the war is way out there. I'm here. That task force that went by is on its way to our last big push in the Pacific. And it went by me, Doc. I've got to catch it.
Back off, you leather-headed gorilla! Now, what's that line? Back off! Forward! Mr. Roberts! Mr. Roberts!
Here, Dolan.
The captain wants to see you. I just took in your letter.
There it goes. You planted the line.
You go tell the captain I'm busy. Get a fender over quick. Take that line around the bit.
All secure.
All right, Mr. Roberts. What do you mean telling me you're busy?
We parted a line, Captain. You didn't want me to leave the deck with a ship coming in on us.
When I tell you I want to see you, I mean now. Mister, I mean jump. You understand? You think you're pretty cute with this letter, don't you? Trying to get me in bed with the Admiral, ain't you? Ain't you?
No, I'm not, Captain.
Then what do you mean by writing disharmony aboard this ship?
Because it's true, Captain.
Any disharmony aboard this ship is my own doing.
That's true, too, Captain.
You bet it's true. And it ain't going to be in any letter that leaves this ship. I got a reputation with the Admiral. I ain't going to lose it on account of a letter written by some smart-aleck college officer. You cut that stuff out, and I'll send it in. This is the last one. Understand?
Captain, every man in the Navy has the right to send in a request for transfer, and no one can change the wording. That's in Navy regs.
How about that, Dolan?
That's what it says, sir.
How do you like that? What a Navy. I never put up with this kind of malarkey in the merchant service. All right, I'll send this one in. Disapproved like I always do. But you bring in one more letter and you'll regret it the rest of your life. Mister, you ain't never going to leave this ship. And who told these men that they could take their shirts off? Get those shirts on quick.
Captain, it was so hot working.
Shut up! I said get them shirts on. I'm giving you an order. I said put those shirts on.
I'm sorry. Put your shirts on.
Aye, aye, sir.
Who's the captain of this ship? That's the rankest piece of insubordination. You've been getting pretty smart playing potsy with Mr. Roberts, but you've gone too far. I'm giving you a little promise. I ain't going to forget this. Every one of you men is on report. Roberts, you've just got yourself 10 days in your room. 10 days, mister, 10 days. See how you like that.
Yes, sir. Here's the cargo list. Manifest.
Well, what are you doing?
Going to my room.
You get back to that cargo. I'll let you know when you have 10 days in your room. You're going to stay right here and do your job. Now, get going.
Go on, Mr. Roberts.
Oh, beautiful. Real beautiful.
You going to send that letter in next week, Mr. Roberts?
Are we, Dolan?
You bet we are.
What do you think he'll do?
Yeah, you got a promotion coming up, haven't you? He could stop that.
Promotion. This is Mr. Roberts. You think he cares about another lousy, no-good stripe?
Yeah. hey, Mr. Roberts, can I take the letter in next week?
Get lost. That's my job, isn't it, Mr. Roberts? We got to write a really hot one next week.
Okay, Dolan. You got any asbestos paper?
Careful. There we are. Here it is.
This is a ship?
Uh-huh.
You've seen a lot of action?
Well, not in the last year. Oh, you mean battle action? Oh, yeah.
Then you must have a lot of BS on here.
Hmm?
You know, battle fatigue.
Oh, yeah. Say, you know what I was thinking of? I thought that we should have a little drink of that old Scotcheroo right now, huh?
I think so, too.
Good.
You know, I just love Scotch. I've just learned to drink it since I'm in the Army. My twin sister has a nickname for me that's partly because I like Scotch. And partly because of a little personal thing about me that you wouldn't understand. She calls me Red Label. What are you laughing at? You don't know what I'm talking about. And what's more, you never will. Well, where's that drink for a thirsty nursey?
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. We mustn't be seen. Let me see. Where shall we go? Oh, I have it. We'll go to my cabin. Right this way.
You're what my outfit calls an operator. But you look harmless.
Right this way.
Hey, I get the big glasses. My eyes are...
Mannion, Stefanowski, Insignia. This is Lieutenant Girard.
How do you do?
Hi, Lieutenant.
What are all you men doing with those binoculars?
Huh? Oh, cleaning them. Cleaning them, see?
It's getting a little stuffy up here. Maybe we better go...
Insignia, Mannion, get a load of this.
Oh. Hello.
Hiya, Doug boy. This is Ann Girard, Doug Roberts.
Oh, how do you do? Frank told me about you.
Listen, Doug, will you excuse us? We're going down to have a little drink.
Oh, Frank, aren't you going to ask Doug to join us?
Oh, well, he doesn't like Scotch.
Yeah, that's right. I stay true to alcohol and orange juice.
Well, come on, Ann.
Oh, you know, we all ought to have a party.
Go on, I'll bet you $50.
Seems to be an argument.
Yeah, well, come on. Here.
Fixing up a day room. What? Look, you can see our hospital from here, that building. And there's our new dormitory, that first window.
All right, Mannion, I get $100. She's the one with the birthmark on her. Huh?
Miss Pulvers, may I have those binoculars?
Sure.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mr. Pulver, will you call the boat, please?
But, Ann...
Goodbye, Mr. Roberts. It was nice knowing you. You see, I promised the girls I'd help them hang some curtains. And I think we'd better get started right away. Goodbye, everybody. What's your name?
Mine?
No. Yours.
Oh, me? Oh. Mannion.
Well, Mannion, I wouldn't take that bet if I were you, because you'd lose $100. Come on, Heinrich.
You loud-mouthed idiot, you done it!
Shut up. Insignia, how did you...
We've seen her taking a shower with the glass.
We could see everything.
Now she's going to hang some curtains.
Yeah. See, them nurses was pretty to look at.
Well, she's got a 10-minute boat ride. You still got 10 minutes.
No, it's no fun if you're rushed. It's all over now.
Well, maybe you've got time to listen to this, then. AK-601 will proceed at 10 knots to Elysium Island for cargo assignment. During its stay in Elysium, the ship will make maximum use of the recreational facilities of this port.
But that means liberty! Liberty!
Hey, has the old man seen them waters?
Yeah, he saw them before I did.
Liberty! Liberty! Hey,
Pulver,
Yeah.
hand me those binoculars.
Who do you see now, Sam?
A lot of canoes, all filled with flowers and stuff, and there's women in them boats. Paddling.
Women? Where?
Hey, Dowdy, you've been here before. Where's that park where all those good-looking women hang out?
Told you 50 times.
What is keeping us? When is the old man going to loosen up?
Hey, here it comes.
Now hear this.
Liberty will commence immediately.
Now hear this. The captain will now make a personal announcement.
Oh, it will not be long now.
Hey, Insignia, get into them whites. We'll be the first over the side.
Hey, you got shoe polish on my pants.
Here he comes. Right in my eye.
This is the captain speaking. I just woke up from a little nap, and I got a surprise.
Uh-oh.
I found out there were men on this ship who were expecting liberty.
I'm getting a sick feeling.
I'd like to clean up this rumor. Because of cargo requirements and security, there'll be no liberty.
What are you talking about, no
We're in
liberty?
this here port.
Oh, no.
No liberty.
Oh.
That is all. 35, 36, 37, 38.
Captain.
Come in, Mr. Roberts. 38 seconds. Pretty good time. I've been expecting you ever since I made my little announcement.
Well, what about it? When does this crew get liberty?
It doesn't. This wasn't my idea, coming to a liberty port. One of my officers arranged it with a certain port director. Gave him a bottle of Scotch whiskey, compliments of the captain.
Captain, let's quit wasting time. You hear that music? Don't you know it's tearing those guys apart? They're breakable, Captain. I promise you.
I had enough of your fancy educated talk. Now you listen to me. I got two things I want to show you. You see that? That's a full commander's cap. I'm going to wear that cap someday, and you're going to help me. I got that palm tree award from the Admiral because you worked cargo for me. There's nothing going to stand between me and that hat. Now, last week you wrote a letter that said disharmony aboard this ship. This morning I find another letter on my desk. Friction between myself and the commanding officer. That ain't going to go in, mister.
How are you going to stop it, Captain?
I ain't. You are. Just how much do you want this crew to have liberty anyhow, Mr. Roberts? Enough to get out of the habit of letter writing? Because that's the only way this crew is ever going to get ashore.
How did you get into the Navy? How did you get on our side? You ignorant, arrogant, ambitious jackass. Keeping 167 men in prison because you got a palm tree for the work they did. I don't know which I hate worse, you or that other malignant growth that stands outside your door.
Listen, Robert.
How did you ever get command of a ship? I realize in wartime they have to scrape the bottom of the barrel, but where did they ever scrape you up?
There's just one thing left for you, college boy, a general court-martial.
That suits me fine. Court-martial.
All right, you got it.
I'm asking for it. If I can't get transferred off here, I'll get court-martialed off. I'm fed up. But you need a witness. Now, go ahead. Call your messenger. Go ahead. You want me to call him?
No. I think you're a pretty smart boy. I know how to take care of smart boys. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little secret. I hate your guts, you scummy college slob. You think you're better than I am. Listen. I worked since I was 10. I worked for your kind. A busboy steward on a ship. I took it from your kind. But now there's a war on and I'm captain, and you're going to take it from me. The worst thing I can do to you is to keep you on this ship, and that's where you're going to stay. Get out of here. Well, get out!
What do you want for liberty, Captain?
I want plenty. You're through writing letters ever.
Okay.
You're through giving me trouble. You're through talking back to me in front of the crew. You ain't going to open your mouth. And you won't go blabbing about this to anyone ever. It might not sound so good. And besides, I don't want you taking credit for getting this crew ashore.
Do you think I'm doing this for credit? You think I'd let anyone know about this?
I gotta be sure.
You've got my word.
Yeah. You college fellas make a big show about keeping your word.
How about it, Captain? Is it a deal?
Yeah. Now, hear this. This is the captain speaking. I got some further word on security conditions, and it gives me great pleasure to tell you that liberty for the starboard
The
section...
entire crew.
Correct. Liberty for the entire crew will commence